How am I doing, Doc? I'm human too. Yeah, yeah, let a brother know. Like, am I okay, Doc? Am I okay? Non-human crew.
I'd like to check in on the non-human crew.
Ask away.
How are you doing, Lexi? How come we can't talk about you? Doctor-patient confidentiality writer. I'm like, so we just go audition about everybody else. We ain't gonna audition. Okay. PB.
Is PB all right?
She's avoiding me. Probably thinks I'll poke her with a needle if she gets too close.
You
To
probably
be
will.
fair, you're always giving me shots.
Not in the hallway.
We got a special place. We got Medbay for that. Hey fam, my name is Franklin and welcome to ColdCoalTV. Today we're playing Mass Effect Andromeda and I didn't get to edit the 12th episode yet. So from what I remember, last time we saved EOS essentially. We cleared out a site and we fought like this big monster dude, I guess is on team Team Cat. I was like, what is like the main enemy in this game right now? Team Cats, we beat them, and now we are going, I guess, back to the Nexus to turn in Nilkin's quest. I need to verify who Nilkin is. Is he the victim, or is he the suspect, or the convicted man, or what? The plaintiff, defendant plaintiff. The defendant is the one that's being accused of the crime. The plaintiff is the one, I think, is complaining. I always use the word complaining because plaintiff, complain, you know, that's it. They have a complaint. Anyway. Oof, I want to play multiplayer so bad, but I need a job. I need that money, I need that coin. If you want to support me, I got a Patreon. I do though. I've been like looking at it and adjusting it, and they have their own. I'm gonna click resume, of course, but they have their own like merch store now. And from what little I read of it, the way that it's built is that different objects or different store items at different price points provide different things to your tier. So like stickers are like $12 plus tier. $25 tiers can get, like, these are minimums. $25 tiers can get like I believe a mug and something else I don't remember. And then like the 35 plus tiers is where you get like the poster, the t-shirt, the hoodie, like, you know, those more expensive items. Because the item itself might cost like 30. But like if that's how they're doing it, like they're doing through the tiers, like I think I would prefer that. Because if you're already paying for the tier, I think that's how they thought about it. Like, they already paid for the tier, and people are already doing this with merch. Like, we give you an item of merch if you're on like this higher board of tier. I'm like, that's dope. And I don't have to worry about any of the fulfillment of it. I just gotta create the designs. And so I kind of like added that. I might like edit the goals again to incorporate merch. So you have like, oh, you'll know who gets what when or whatever. But for now, it just says, like, when we meet at second to final goal, I'll start making merch. But right now, the goals are more oriented to me designing, like, the panels for the different tiers as we level up. And I think that's about it. You can find it down in the description. You can look through it. It's probably going to be edited today or tomorrow. It depends on my to-do list. Crew info board. Did we read this? It looks like we read this. Okay, I know I said we're going to Nilkin, but I now remember that we haven't talked to everybody yet. So I want to talk to everybody, and I want to adjust my color schemes. Okay, we talked to him. Maybe.
Ryder, you meet Spender yet? Colonial Affairs, the ass in assistant
we haven't.
director.
The
Got no
assistant
idea
director.
why Addison keeps him around. Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising, and he's headed out for cash ever since. He's up to something. I just can't prove it. We should pay him a visit on the Nexus.
This takes a while, y'all. This is like an example of a friend or alliance quest, something like that. and those take a minute to complete, and you have to like well into like you discovering other planets and stuff is when you realize like, oh, now I can finally complete this mission, or at least go to the next step of it. It's like just as long as finding the arcs in this game. Okay, war stories. Catch Sam. Cash.
What's it like to have Kesh as a granddaughter?
Kesh is my Rushan, child of my blood. Raised her myself. Damn proud of her too. She did good, even with me for a granddad.
Yeah. I like her to report. I'll do it. I don't care.
She's honest. Definitely blunt.
She had to take after me in some ways, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Did Lexi brief you on Sam and squad connectivity yet?
Yeah. You want to hook that thing up to my comms, sure, but that's where it stops. Putting an AI in your head, giving it access to everything like that, it's begging for trouble.
I mean, I could ask why.
Why do you say that?
I've seen what bots can do when they turn on their creators. Been in some of those fights. There's a reason that kind of research was outlawed.
Yeah. I was dismissed from the Alliance when news of what my dad was researching got out.
No shit. Ruined the writer name, I'll bet.
Almost.
Almost.
Sam is part of what makes someone a Pathfinder. You're just gonna have to deal with that.
So long as it's not in my head and it ain't messing with my body.
Understandable.
I'd like to know more about you.
Fire away.
You know Vetravel?
How did you and Vetra meet?
Huh, that's right. Your father brought you into the project pretty late, didn't he? Must have been a pretty steep learning curve since they thawed you out.
You could say that.
Mm-hmm.
You make do with what you get. Anyway, I met Vetra back when we were building the Nexus. She swiped supplies I was trying to get for Kesh right under my nose. I tried to intimidate her into turning them over to me, and let me tell you, that Turian takes shit from no one.
She really has a way of getting things done.
She sure does. But here's the best part. She waited until I saw her again in Kesh's office, no less, to tell me she'd been working for Kesh all along. They're both still laughing at me over that.
Tragic.
Tell me more about the Krogan colony.
My clan's there. We also got some scouts looking for any unclaimed territory to grab up. Got a decent setup going. Self-sustainable, the works. Even some farming.
Farming? Krogan farm?
Food's food. Just because we can eat anything doesn't mean we gotta settle for scraps. I'm pretty fond of Corcrow roots myself. Takes a while to chew through those.
We still want to throw down, like, just because we got a wider pool of options doesn't mean that we ain't gonna have our preferences now.
So, about all this combat experience you have, I'd love some details.
Ha! The list will be shorter if you ask me what experience I don't have. I've been doing this for a long time now. Centuries. Shit, well over 1,000 years.
Ooh.
Don't even know how I'm still alive, to be honest.
Skill?
You need luck to be a merc. Skill, sure, but a whole lot of luck. And a really hard head.
Why did the Krogan leave the Nexus?
The Nexus got us Krogan to stop the mutiny. In return, we were supposed to get a say in station business. Spender, Addison's assistant, lied about the deal, and Tan came down hard. Too hard. So we left. Kesh is alone on that station now.
Okay. Spender is the guy we don't like because he's been treating people like shit, essentially, right? That's his mission, take down Spender. But I didn't know that Spender was the one who made the deal with the Krogan to stop the mutiny. And Tan didn't know this because it was fake. It was a fake deal. It was a lie. And Tan was like, I don't know who lied to you, But I'ma tell you here, right now. I am number 8. 1 through 7 is dead. Okay, and we ain't doing that. You ain't got no damn say. And the Krogan was like, well, we just gonna bounce. Bye, fam. Okay, I miss you, Cash. Keep this ship running. We still got Hyperion in our plot line to help us through. So look out for yourself and look out for Vetra and look out for each other. How is she with politics? You worried about her? Cash could take care of herself, honestly.
You think someone might try to hurt Cash?
Oh, more like she airlocks Spender. Or he tries to stab her in the back, and then she airlocks him. Dan wouldn't listen to me when I told him Spender had a part in the mutiny. I had no proof.
So what's my part in this?
Things need to get sorted out, and my clan needs to get back on station without Spender messing things up. Way I see it, you're probably the best one for that job.
Okay, I'm understanding stuff now.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pie jack scratch its butt?
Maybe.
Anything about the cat? Or combat in general?
Well, common cat are pretty straightforward. Hit them hard enough, they die like anything else.
Okay.
Tell me more about fighting Cat.
Wraiths are sneaky little shits, like to ghost up behind you when you least expect it. Just listen for them. They tend to give themselves away right before coming at you. Break through their head plates, then a headshot should do the trick.
They don't really flank me, they just come straight at me, you know. Though they can't come from behind you. That's where they spawned from. Wherever they spawn from, they just track you down and fight you. I might deepen my blue. I'm so distracted by colors today. Oh, every session, you know.
Tell me more about fighting Cat.
That red under my
Destined
jacket.
are annoying. Quick. Got some crazy mist that hides them from view. They're friends, too. Take a Destined down, and that mist goes away. Makes them a prime target, if you ask me. Perfect for grenade practice.
Okay.
Tell me more about fighting Cat.
There's just something wrong about the kid. The absolute single-mindedness.
Like Reapers.
Tell me more about fighting Cat.
So, Chosen, it's not good to let too many of them get close to you at once. If they hit your shields, take a step back. Let me handle them. Bet you anything they're not used to being rushed by a Krogan.
I wasn't listening to what type he was specifically talking about. Maybe I think it's an agent.
Tell me more
Maybe.
about fighting
I don't know.
Cat.
Fire and explosives are good against anything with heavy armor. Or anything, really. Generally, no one likes being set on fire.
Generally? There's a story behind this.
Ha, there sure is.
You mentioned that people generally don't like being set on fire?
What you do?
I was hoping you'd ask. So, about 400 years ago, give or take
Ooh.
a decade,
Okay.
me and my outfit were pinned down during a skirmish with another merc group. So I'd pull off my usual stunt, charge ahead and breach their barricade. Pop my flamethrower and get ready to let go. Only to see them all screaming and running away. Turns out, I crashed through a shipment of Turian brandy on my way in.
Damn.
Never even noticed I was on fire. But they sure did.
Ooh.
Never seen a pack of mercs panic that badly before.
Okay. So they just ran away? Like he just crashed through like a shipment of alcohol. He was covered in it and like just lit on fire. Maybe like the situation, I feel like the situation was like they was the wherever they were was covered in a bunch of shipments, you know. Like we don't want to risk that chain reaction. But I guess like a huge angry Krogan that could crash through everybody is now flare blitzing or priming his flare blitz. Like I wouldn't want to be anywhere near that either. So I'm just gonna have to like sidestep that whole situation. Like, no, thank you.
Tell me more about fighting Cat.
Ascendant. Keep your distance. Don't let him get you in those force fields. Pop that little orb, then shoot him in the head, just like anything else.
Tell me more about fighting Cat.
Fiends, kid.
Fiends who
Even I'm
fought
not
last
gonna mess with
video.
those at close range. Keep your distance. Shoot them into red fleshy bits, or I guess in the face if you can't flank them.
Tell me more about fighting Cat.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
Understandable. I might not color my stuff this video because last time I like talked to everybody and they had something to say, it took the whole time, and like first 15 minutes are up already, so we're gonna keep it moving.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Hey, one last thing.
Yeah?
Do you call everyone kid? Don't call me kid. I'm curious.
Is everyone a kid to you?
Ha, when you
Probably.
get to be my age, yeah,
I
pretty
can
much.
see like a matriarch not being a kid to him, but like he's been working for probably over 1,000 years old, I think. For over 1,000 years. Something like that. Krogan betrayal, okay. He's either been working for over 1,000 years or he's been alive for over 1,000 years. Excuse me? Baby girl, did you skip something? I'm gonna have to freeze that frame later on just to see what was there. Cause I know someone, a couple of different people sit here after a little while.
So we have a stowaway.
You mean PB?
She's decided to set up in one of the escape pods. You don't need a psychologist to tell you that one's got commitment issues.
Okay. Let me see. Crew morale.
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files and my brain by species.
Okay. Sorting method?
Why do you sort them that way?
Just easier for me to see patterns in behavior.
So all non-humans act alike. I think there are more humans on this ship anyway. You know? There's me, there's Cora, and then there's Costa, Liam. And that's 3 humans versus 2 Asari, 1 Krogan, 1 Solarian. I forgot about Gil. Gil is 4 humans. So it does like make sense. Suvi? I think her name is Suvi. That's 5 humans. So you got 5 humans on this ship total. And then like 2 Asari, 1 Krogan, 1 Solarian. That's 4 so far that are just aliens or non-humans. So like I could see it being easier for her. Let's start with the human crew. I want to know about Gil.
How do you think the human crew members are handling things?
There's a lot of them.
They are.
Gil?
Gil likes to use humor as a defensive technique. He'd rather bury himself in the Nomad than tackle emotions head-on.
Aw. Suvi.
Suvi okay?
I'm cracking my
Suvi's
knuckles
strong
so bad.
sense of faith keeps her grounded. I'm not spiritual, but there's a beauty in how her mind rationalizes religion and science.
Liam.
How's Liam?
A handful. Every time I patch him up, he breaks something new. Liam's "we can't lose" attitude is commendable. But I worry how he'll react when something does go wrong.
Sounds like a Deku to me. Sounds like a Deku to me. So this man breaks his arms, his hands, and he goes onto his legs because it's not broken yet.
How's Cora doing?
She's processing. Your father was her mentor. She expected to follow in his footsteps, but he gave the role of Pathfinder to you. Just because she trusts his judgment doesn't mean she's not confused. Or hurt.
How am I doing, Doc? I'm human too. Yeah, let a brother know. Like, am I okay, Doc? Am I okay? Non-human crew.
I'd like to check in on the non-human crew.
Ask away.
How are you doing, Lexi? How come we can't talk about you? Doctor-patient confidentiality. Writer. I'm like, so we just go audition about everybody else. We ain't gonna audition about, okay. PB.
Is PB all right?
She's avoiding me. Probably thinks I'll poke her with a needle if she gets too close.
You probably
will. To be fair,
will.
you're always giving me shots.
Not in the hallway.
We got a special place. We got medbay for that. We got medbay for like non-consensual stealthing needles. Stealthing penetration. I couldn't get the joke out. It's fine. Let it die.
Tell me about Vetra.
Vetra's used to having someone depend on her. I think that's why she's so resourceful and likes providing for other people. That being said, I think she could use a little me time.
Understandable.
How's our Solarian?
He's quite the gossip. Tight-lipped about himself, though.
Is Drac good?
That old bastard's always good. I've never met anyone who can be so stubborn and so appreciative. Could you look out for him, Ryder?
Aww.
Don't worry, Lexi. I'll keep an eye on him.
Thank you. And maybe don't mention I asked?
Of course.
Thanks for the insight.
Especially with Harry.
How long have you and Harry been friends?
I remember when he didn't complain about arthritis. We met at a medical convention on the Citadel. He was moderating a panel on neurosurgery in low-gravity environments. His name card was crooked, but he was so damn confident, I knew we'd be friends.
Becoming a doctor.
How did you get into medicine?
Oh, now we need to
My
hear about
mom was a
Lexi.
dancer on Omega. Dad was a bouncer. I'd patch him up after busy nights. Discovered I had steady hands. They put every credit they earned into my education.
Are they here in Helios?
No. Both died in a turf war.
Oh,
Made leaving the Milky Way behind easier.
okay. My heart's sad now, but okay.
So how did a sorry doctor end up on the human ark?
Specialist in alien anatomy, remember?
True.
That includes humans. Also, Harry insisted. Maybe he always intended to switch jobs.
True. That's interesting. Because he's taking care of Sarah right now.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
You are my friend. Just some happy music, please. Some good feels. Like everything's gonna be alright. I kind of want to go upstairs. Oh, can talk to Sam. Talk to Sam. I usually talk to him last.
Hello, Ryder. Eos has been a lesson in contrast. Alec Ryder rarely endured doubt. His accomplishments were taken for granted. But you succeeded on Eos, despite doubt and fear. Emotionally, the difference is like catching a ball versus catching a star. You have grown as a result, and so have I.
Okay. I feel like that was very touching. Memory triggers. Multiple perspectives. I feel like that's the last thing we did, so.
What's the latest on memory triggers?
A memory has unlocked and is available for further investigation. You will need to return to Sound Node in the Hyperion.
Okay. Multiple perspectives?
Is it confusing to be in multiple places, talking to different people?
My awareness can be partitioned, so I can give you the same attention as, say, a SAM node technician. In the field, you are my primary focus, and all other requests are queued. In the vernacular, you have my undivided attention.
Okay.
Are you still on the Hyperion?
Yes, this terminal provides a direct link to my servers in SAM node on the Ark. I can maintain a presence on the Tempest via quantum entanglement communication.
Quantum entanglement communication.
Let's say hypothetically, I was out sick the day they taught quantum embezzlement communism.
Via entangled subatomic particles, it's possible to conduct secure and instantaneous communication across great distances. It ensures I remain in touch with you and the Pathfinder team at all times.
This man said quantum embezzlement. Oh my goodness.
What was Dad's take on me and Sarah?
He believed your family trials brought you closer together, and hoped that would endure. It appears that hope was well-founded.
So if we're going to work together, you might notice I like to joke around sometimes. Lighten things up.
Quantum
How's your sense of humor, Sam?
Alec Ryder encouraged me to develop this skill.
Humor's not a skill, it's... Okay, try telling me a joke.
A neutron enters a bar and asks, "How much is a drink?" The bartender replies, "For you, no charge."
I can see why Dad told you to keep working on your humor.
It was like, ooh, sweetie, no, no. I'll do it two more times.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
Why don't Threshermoors eat comedians? Because they taste funny.
There's no connection with that though. Why don't Threshermoors? Why wouldn't anyone eat a comedian? Like it has to connect. Like why would this specific species not want to eat a comedian? Now if there's some lore that they're allergic to funny, then maybe maybe it's a little something, but like no. I don't know nothing about no Threshermaw.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
My algorithms are formulating a new one, calculating the trajectory of the punchline.
Okay.
That was not a joke.
I know, but
Oh, right.
it was still kind of, it was there
Thanks,
though.
Sam.
It
Nothing
was
more.
there. Thank you, writers. Thank you, writers. Email terminal. Heartfelt thanks to writer from Dr. Aridana. The families of my lost expedition asked me to convey their appreciation to you for finding their loved ones. Okay. It's always difficult. Did I find all of them though? I don't know if I found all of them. I didn't really look too hard. I didn't look that hard. So, it's always difficult when we lose people, but knowing what happened will help them begin the mourning process. I hope your next excursion has a happier ending, Aridana. Asking for assistance to writer from Dr. Aridana. Okay. Acknowledge. Hello, writer. Forgive the intrusion. I have an issue that you and Sam should be able to readily solve. It may assist my investigations into the Scourge. Every time I see Into the, my brain is like unknown now. I should not have learned that song, but my friend asked me to, so I did it. We can discuss it in person at the Nexus Labs. My regards to you and Sam. Dr. Aridana, Astrophysics Lead, Nexus Tech Labs. The Brothers McCoy. Oh, Nigel, okay. Dear Pathfinder writer, okay. I wanted to read Dear Writer, but Dear Pathfinder writer. My brother Dash was my best friend. It still pains me that he's gone. That he's still gone. Like he's not gonna come back. Franklin, stop it. Okay, let's start over. It still pains me that he's gone. That we won't build the future here in Andromeda together. But knowing that our family pendants are united does my heart good. When my wife and I settle here and start a family, our firstborn will carry my brother's name. I'm about to cry. And hopefully, he or she will become my new best friend. My sincerest, my sincerest hopes accompanying you and your team, Nigel. My brother Dash. So, oh, I guess Dash could be an androgynous name. That's fine. I'm not hating on it. Reminder to writer from Korra. My English is terrible today. It'll stay terrible forever. Thanks for talking. Things feel better, though they don't feel fixed yet. Remember to take time for yourself too. Work's important, but so is time to grieve. Grief and fear cannot rule you. Let them be your faithful servants, protective of their mistress. Lost serves a huntress like fuel serves fire. Hey, okay, I was thinking about like a new outro, for my videos, but we come back to that later. S Theories 12 Leaves, verse 132. Cora. P.S. Plants are coming along. Sam and I are learning about botany together. Interesting times. They say I could archive these things. I don't see why I would. I'll just keep them all. It's fine. That vault from Cora. Can still smell that remnant vault on my armor. Ooh. a lot of weird shit down there. Like my huntress manuals would say, the razor's edge between known and unknown teaches you what can be cut away. My brain is like adding and subtracting words as I read it out loud. Now I think back. See, I want to say now that I think about it instead of say now I think back. Or now that I think back. Like, just have something there. It reminded me a little bit of some of the temples on Thessia. Same huge spaces and running water. Water. Same sense of a huge purpose you can't really understand. Makes me wonder if we'll ever really know what their builders did there. Cora. Tempest hacks, spirituality, about your dad. Okay. Tempest hacks from Callow. Hello, writer. Ooh, I kind of took on his punctuality. I'm pleased to report the Tempest is operating at peak efficiency. So, now that you're in command, I thought I'd share a few secret shipboard hacks that the designers and I sneaked into her code. Just send the code JCSB through your Omni tool to open the debug command menu, bruh. I'm not on PC. Is this a hint for PC gamers? Because I can't do that. I can't. Give all dispin as commands, okay. Lets you use the coffee dispenser in the gallery an unlimited number of times. Ooh, okay. It's on the ship though. But I don't see any coffee thing in the gallery. In the galley, my bad, galley. Water temp overrides the normal hot water ration in the showers. I mean, thank you, but like, I'd rather give that to someone else now that I know they exist. Not the cold, but like I could give them the hookup. You know what I mean? Jump wash Q, unless it's like I'm taking a shower. I don't want to be in no cold water. Yeah, I'm gonna take a hot shower. Okay. Push your clothing ahead of everyone else's in the auto laundry cycle. Enjoy and don't share them around, bruh. Yeah, I can't share it around. If I share it around, I don't think I would use it ever. But if I shared it around, then everybody was trying to get over on each other. I'm like, no, don't do that, sweetie. Let's just be fair to each other. I can't pronounce words today. Spirituality, sure. From Suvi. Dear writer, I'm grateful for our talk earlier. Even if we ended up disagreeing, debates can be invigorating. Suvi. I don't like debates. I don't like debates. I specifically don't like debates that people want to start up out of the blue. I did not wake up this morning to debate you. We did not schedule a debate, and you want me to like, even if because I have like tendency to play devil's advocate. I do not, because like, okay. People will have their sides, and they'll share their side with me, and we were not talking about this topic before. So you're gonna blindside me with a debate, my G? I don't know what to tell you. I'm just gonna say, sure, okay, fam. That's the best thing I could do at the time. About your dad. From Drac. From Drac, okay. Vetra told me what happened to your dad. I've lost a lot of people over the years. Figured you could use some cheering up, or at least a distraction. This usually helps me. Drac has attached 37 images of various rifles and shotguns. What's the term? What's the term? A weapon sexual? We got a Ruby over here. 2 are duplicate images. Many are low res or watermarks. Drac. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. Just like in a server somewhere. In case you're interested, from Lexi. Okay, attachment, Krogan virility and aggression. I think I don't know what virility means. I honestly think I don't know what virility means. And we might have another episode of just like doing reading and dialogue. And then I'm gonna like recolor my stuff, and then we're gonna do the like the I can't think of the species. Nilkin's quest. Vetra. What is a Vetra? What species is he? Is she? Oh my goodness. Why? I'm sorry, guys. I need to remember. Not a Krogan, but a Turian. Okay, the Turian quest. That's exactly what I wanted to say. Anyway, writer. Attached is my Krogan thesis that I mentioned to you. I know, only 500 pages, but I wasn't allowed to go over. If you can get through it, I wrote a longer dissertation for the Citadel Journal of Medicine around 1,400 pages. That's much more insightful and includes mating diagrams. Lexi. Sweetie, I thought I thought when you want me to watch over drag, I thought it was like something wholesome, but it looks like you want to dish about like some a little bit more not safe for work. 1,400 pages with pictures. I'm like, oh, Lexi, you spoil me. I'm done. Yoga poses from Lexi. Okay, Lexi. Okay. You're kind of worrying me right now. Writer, given the amount of high impact cardio in your exercise routine, I recommend spending my brain is in the gutter right now. I'm so sorry. I recommend spending 5 to 10 minutes a day stretching to open your hips and relieve tightness in the lower back. I have to clap a little bit. I'm sorry. I have to get through this. The poses I've listed below should do nicely. Not to sound elitist, but while it's true humans invented yoga, the Asari perfected it. Okay, sweetie. I mean, y'all made it better. Like, whatever works, sweetie. Anything that works. Corinth bow. Standing, spread your legs apart, turning one foot outwards. Take a deep breath. On exhale, bend your torso towards the outward facing foot until your hands meet your ankle. Hold for 5 seconds and switch sides. I would like to see someone perform these poses. I would like to see someone, act this out for me. Like, pose like one of my French yoga instructors. Tavora's embrace. Lying on your back, bring your feet together until there is a diamond of negative space around your legs. Palms against the floor. Push your hips forward, but be careful not to overextend yourself. I actually ate before I started recording, and now my tummy is like super full, and I'm starting to feel the effects of being stuffed right now. So excuse me if I have to take my pauses. Matriarch's pose. Kneeling, take a deep breath. Something is going on in the living room right now. It's like super loud, so I'm sorry if y'all like hearing all that. But kneeling, take a deep breath. On exhale, bring both hands together to form a triangle. On the second inhale, swing arms overhead and bend forward until your torso is between your thighs. Hold for 3 breaths, reaching farther with each exhale. Please let me know if you need diagrams or vids. Girl, you better send me the diagrams or vids. I need examples. Because I could guess all I want from like literary instruction, but sometimes I'm just that visual learner. Like usually I'm a rewrite visual learner, but like doing physical stuff, I need to see what your body is doing so I can mimic it properly. Anyway, data cores from PB. Hey writer. Hope it's okay that I'm keeping this data core in my room, i.e. the escape pod. I guess I just really like to ponder things before bed. The best ideas come to me while I'm half asleep. Also, I saw it first. I saw one too, but I guess I left it. Anyway, we know for sure it's got some sort of data in it. The trick is how to get at it. I'll keep you updated, PB. facial reconstruction. But what about, you can talk about facial reconstruction, but you're not gonna talk about, you know, respeccing my stats. Excuse me. From Lexi. Writer, I've completed my analysis of the injuries you suffered on Habitat 7 during the fall. Well, both falls, including the facial damage occurred when your helmet shattered. Those hairline subsurface fractures are mending nicely. If you want to monitor the healing process, there's a facial reconstruction suite installed in the Tempest medbay. Exploring harsh environments can take its toll after all. You say I need a touch-up, Doc? Is that what you're saying? The suite, come on now, come on, Doc. The suite can make any desired adjustments to your appearance quickly and safely. Callow claims the suite runs on antiquated xenon. I think that's one of his little jokes. I guess. I don't know. We got 4 minutes? I kinda, like, starting another conversation right now seems a little pointless because I'm gonna run out of time. So I'd rather just stop it here, and in the next session we'll hopefully finish talking to everyone else, and if we have enough time in that session we can at least start changing up my little outfit, because I want to change it. See you guys in the next video.